Hey y'all, day 13 of posting every day until my 2026 speaking schedule is booked. So today I am answering the question why. Why do I do this? Why am I doing these videos, etc.? Why do I speak? Why do I talk about disability and disability awareness all the time? And that's because 61 million Americans in the US are adults with disabilities. And let's just say half, which is probably more. But let's say half of those are of working age. That's 30 million people in our country are either looking for a job that do want to work. There's a misconception that people with disabilities don't want to work, which we do. We definitely want to work just like any other human. And then the other situation is they're at a workplace and they're being treated like crap. And I say that, it sounds depressing, but it's true. Once we get a job, we tend to put up with a lot because it takes a long time for us to get hired. In an economy like this, a lot of times we are some of the first to be laid off. It's not because we're bad workers. It's not because we're not showing up to work. It's because oftentimes we're at the bottom of the hierarchy because it's taken us so long to be employed. A lot of times people hire us to do jobs we are all overqualified for, but we're willing to do them because we want to work. And so I want to make these videos. I want to speak to organizations. I want to speak to companies to look at their hiring practices, to get them to see the value in hiring people with disabilities and also how to treat them once they're inside the organization. We can't just hire a bunch of people and then have them treated like crap. It doesn't work like that. So it requires that intake process, the HR side of things, but it also requires the culture shift and change to keep people hired and happy inside organizations. And so that's why I do this work. That's why I'm making these videos. That's why I'm bringing awareness to this topic. And I hope y'all stay along for the journey, like, share, and follow so that other people can find me and we can make the workplace a better place for everyone. Take care, everyone.